Dr. Clamp. He works here, doesn't he? Sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. Did you do something? Nah, we just want to talk to him, that's all. Thank you. Shouldn't take long. Place is pretty creepy without any people. You'll find him in the research lab on the second floor. That was loud. He's been pretty busy for the past few weeks. Doesn't come out. Ever. Thanks. Aw, we can't do that beforehand. Well, I'm about to head on out of here. Hope you two get the information you need. Oh, by the way, could you sign in? It's policy. Lets us keep track of who comes in. Thanks, Aya. Gee, Daniel, you sure you don't want to run down here and do it yourself? Notebook's on the counter. Thanks. I know. He stuck his arm right through him. Just my name? Yep, that should be enough. Unless you want to leave your number, too. Hitting on me, old man. I didn't even catch the first thing they said. Sorry about that. Hey, Aya. Over here. Why is there red on his door? Hey, it's open. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Hello? Hey. Dr. Clamp. Dr. Clamp! I hear you. We're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Professor, we're looking for clues considering the incident which occurred. Are you accusing me? Ah! Exclamation point, exclamation point. What? This again? What is this? Hey, wasn't she on the other bed? This man. I know him, I think. Really? What's wrong? You okay, Aya? Yeah. We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned the mitochondria would be set free. Now, that suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off. Since she mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some info. You two have absolutely no idea what the true mitochondria is like. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kind of like a parasite or something, huh? Parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without the mitochondria. Do you understand? The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we're nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example. The brain functions due to interactions between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy that mitochondria provides. Do you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? That right there is actually important for later on. This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. Heat? Then the combustions from last night were... ... For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Melting a human into a puddle of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy. So you're saying the mitochondria ignited these people? Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live, but in the end we're just using them for energy, right? You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we're born, the hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when the cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the fingers first form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives the signal to die. The signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and, in essence, dies. The same can be said for aging. Mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, the energy production level decreases. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right? When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate of 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. So surprised if they possess power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. ... Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world. And with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name, just incredible. Eve? The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What? Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back at us. She called herself Eve. Sorry, but I've told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here! Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. God damn it. Well, that was an interesting lecture. Hope I got that all in the same clip. Go back to the station. He didn't even hit the horn. What the hell was wrong with that guy? I can't stand him. ... That man, I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. It's Daniel. What? Okay, we'll be right there. Aya, looks like we got a break in the case. What? We gotta get back to the station, Aya. Hang on, I'm kicking us in the turbo. Alright, back to the precinct. Hey Aya, any news on the case? Hope your bag this creep soon. Hate to bump into him on the street. Yo, wuss, no wonder you're a receptionist. The whole place is going nuts. Wonder what happened. Well, Daniel's up there, so let's go see what he has to say. Let's go, folks. We're starting the meeting. As soon as I can get this door open. There we go. Dancing around will do it. Melissa's solo concert was scheduled for today. She had disappeared after last night's incident, and the concert was cancelled. But people are still gathering at the stage. We must not let another massacre happen again. The concert is at the Central Park Amphitheater. Central Park? What is it, Daniel? Ben and Loran, they're at that concert! Uh-oh. What?